They've done it again. Johanna Runt and Stephen Mitchell are the APTA national champions for the second year in a row.
There you have it, your women's APTA national champions, Florentina Harnisch and Anna Maria Sabori.
Hello and welcome to the APTA Tour. We are live from the Huntington Country Club in Huntington, New York, bringing you the 2022 APTA National Championship, sponsored by the APTA membership, the APTA national sponsors, Viking and Paddle Pro, and local sponsor, Joe Quintillion and Distributed Capital Partners, Signature Premier Properties, and Diadario and Company. I'm Jerry Viant, along with Brad Easterbrook, bringing you the men's quarterfinal between the number 7 seed Martin Bostrom and Max Leprevere and the number 2 seeds Sven Borish and Mick Idora. Brad, warm conditions, very sunny here right now this afternoon. In for a good match?
Oh, I think we're in for a great match. And you're right, it's surprisingly sunny and about 70 degrees on the court, I'm going to guess. Let's take a quick look at the players on the court. So on the top left of your screen with the backward cap in the white shirt is Max Leprevere, and his partner at the top right of your screen is Martin Bostrom. And on the bottom left, well, we'll go around the horn. On the bottom right of your screen in the white cap, facing forward is Mick Doya, the left-handed player, and his partner Sven Burish. So we have 4 teaching pros out there. And let's take a quick look at the draw, see how they got here, Jerry. All right.
Yep. The umpire, I think, is Lisa Rudloff is in the chair.
All right, couldn't make all of that out there,
No,
Jerry,
I think she got him. I think she got him right.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out who's receiving. Yeah. Now, you can see him warming up and practicing serve. We were talking about the warm weather out there quickly, and you can see Martin Bostrom actually, last 2 serves he's hit, he's hard and flat right at the corner. The warm conditions are going to make it useful for the players to every now and then smash the ball at the nick. He's going hard right in there, right at the crease.
And he's given it a name. He's officially calling it the Bullet.
Oh, okay. I like it.
Yep, he's given it a name because the first match of the tournament, he hit 8 winners with the Bullet.
Perfect.
Didn't even touch it. All right, let's go back and quick. Just can we take a look at the draw? We're just gonna before the play starts. It's all right. We can come back to it. We got plenty to say.
There you go. So he's practicing that bullet right now as we're getting ready to go here. As you mentioned before, Lisa Rudloff in the chair. And we got 2 great quarterfinals going on. The other one on the other YouTube channel, Fraser Morgan, the 5th seed, against Araya Parsons, the 4th seed.
And I think the eyes are on Fraser Morgan after their fabulous match finals in Philadelphia. 3-set, almost took out Durant Mitchell. And they had a good win yesterday over Broderick Christian.
Yeah, they did. I mean, people were asking me at the dinner how I picked that one, and I said, look, I got to go with the higher seeds. They got more firepower in there, but anything can happen when you play Broderick Christian. They can put you into that sort of slow blender, and they can mind numb you, and you lose track of your offense and your game, and they work on you mentally. But they went through that 6-3, 6-1, so that bodes really well from them. And, you know, it's going to be a couple of great quarterfinals, and it looks like Martin Bostrom has the ball.
Martin Bullet Bostrom.
Bullet Bostrom, absolutely. Here it comes. He goes with the bullet right away.
And stays back.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
That's a winner from Erdoya as Bostrom lets it go.
And I think we're going to have a very engaged crowd here, Brad.
Oh, for sure. In this match in particular, both Martin Bostrom and Sven Burris have worked on Long Island. They have a fan base out here. So, yeah, I think a very engaged crowd. Ooh, loose arrow there from Bostrom.
A little bit of a change of pace on that spin overhead. I think it kind of faked him out a little bit.
And I think we're going to see a lot of that. Actually, we're going to see a bit of either really hard balls or really soft balls. It's going to be hard to manage pace out there. You hit it even just slightly hard, it's coming off the back screen. But if you hit it too soft, and suddenly it's an easy drive off the deck, and there's
two faults
off the bullet, right?
Off the bullet.
So you don't
Well, he's only going to do the bullet on the deuce side, right? I haven't seen him do it on the ad
He
side.
just did it right there.
Well, it looked like he came over it more.
I think it was a bullet. He was going hard at the thing and hit the top of the net, and
That's
just
the
sneaked his
roll of
way
the
out.
dice.
Well, you break something new in there. You got to break a few eggs. And you were telling me he hit 8 winners.
Yeah,
8 aces.
Yep, they didn't even touch it.
And it's going that hard. It's hard to block in this weather. I honestly think it's a good play. I don't know if this is the best time to bring it out versus the percentages, but in the weather, you got to work on it. And I think this might be the strategy for Burris Erdoya, and a great blitz from Max Lippevert, because I think they're going to push and try to make Lippevert beat them with his forehand.
I think it's going to be also the same strategy on the other side. Make Sven Boris beat them with the forehand.
Look at that easy cut winner, and he's swinging so slow and easy. The warm weather allows that. The ball compresses so easy. He put that thing an inch off the net and spun straight to the side. No chance for Erdoya. Great shot from Bostrom. All right, love 30.
So, Brad, let's talk about the teamwork, the positioning. Bostrom, Lippevert in the backcourt. You said yesterday they switched?
Well, yesterday they played matches a couple of different ways. They had Bostrom originally returning serve in the ad side as he's doing now. Then they switched in the first set against Asas Koenig and Humphreys, and they lost the first set 6-1. They switched promptly right back. They have their own strategy and thought process on it, but I do think the better look for them is the other way. It kind of works both. Here they switch back in the backcourt again. Martin Bostrom is one of the best, cleanest hitters in the game. He hasn't really played that much the last couple of years. A little injuries. His partner that he played with was injured. Now you have Lippevert and both of them without partners hooking up, and it's a very formidable team.
It's a pickup team, right? How many tournaments have they played together this year?
I think this is the third, maybe?
Yeah.
And they are, and I'll be honest, the first time or so, or time and a half, they were not firing on all cylinders, but I think they pieced it together really nicely yesterday and came up with a great result, and they're here in the quarterfinals.
Feeling no pressure.
Yeah, I would think they're not.
Seeded 7th.
Seeded 7th were Doria in Burris. You know, they went to the finals last year, and they might be feeling some pressure. If I had to go based on just the play I've seen so far this weekend, I'm going to give the edge to Bostrom and Lippevert, but I mean, this is just a great matchup. It's a heavyweight match, but Bostrom and Lippevert got to put some serves in the box. So warm, hard to control that ball.
Especially if it's below the level of the net like that to get it up.
Oh boy, that's 3 faults in this game, and we're at deuce. The only points that Erdoya and Burris have won. And Max Lippevert owns the most unhit tosses in the history of platform tennis, I'd have to say, Jerry.
But he doesn't say, sorry, mate, like
yeah,
Pat Rafter.
Yeah.
That's 4 faults.
Yeah, 4-fault game and 2 faults before from
Bostrom.
and so 2 quick breaks. 2-1.
All right, Sven Bursch serving. Sven is the director of racket sports at the Essex Fells Country Club in New Jersey.
Yeah, all 4 players are teaching professionals.
We've got 2 in Connecticut and 2 now. Mick Adora, he is the director of rackets at the Montclair Golf Club in New Jersey.
And we got 3 in New Jersey.
Oh,
Mark
man,
Bostrom
that's what I
is the
forgot.
director at
Yes.
the Plainview Golf Club in Plainview, New Jersey. And
Nice move by Leprevier. Got that down up overhead, moved in and spiked it.
and Max Lebever is also a director. Oh, wow.
Great serve, right at the body.
Heavy duty in the ad court. Bursch has a very, very strong serve. Bostrom had a good look at that one. He didn't actually get that very wide. He can oftentimes put it right into your body.
1830.
Bostrom has a very good attacking cut. Lebever can hit it, but most of the damage is going to be done from Bostrom, whether it's off the ground or with the cutter. And Lebever is going to do his damage with blitzes, quick moves, occasional spot forehands, and he's a great volleyer.
As you can see, the tactics here is to play that ad side. So the heavy hit of the big weapons off the deck is right there.
Yep. The Odore forehand.
Oh.
And it's not easy to volley today. You smash it hard right at the guy's body, it's just going to be a smart play every now and then. We're going to see a lot of this. Right now we're seeing off-pace drives. Then you're going to see them going to load up for a really hard one every now and then. And even if a guy's in good position, it's just hard to absorb that kind of pace. They'll pop it, make a perfect volley in their estimation, but it'll go long anyway because of the warmth.
Right, and if you are slightly off the net, you have to volley up at all. It's going to be really tough to keep that volley in. You're better off letting it go through.
Which we've seen a few times today. Managing transition will be important throughout the day in this really warm weather. Anytime the ball gets struck really hard, I expect nobody to try to really volley it unless they're on top of the net and volleying down, which
Right.
Lebever was there.
Right. And you see Leprevier closing tightly when he thinks Adora was going to drive.
This is a great point. Very super patient from, from Bursch and Erdoya. He misses that little, I don't know, I guess a kind of a probing forehand there. I'll make him volley up, but they're committed to playing some good long points.
Martin Bostrom serving.
He's going bullet. He is.
Yep.
It's called long. Can't really hear, but I think she confirmed the out call. So far, 3 faults on it, but he's committed to it. Here he's hitting a rolling cut serve. Yep, over the top, spinning it into the side wire. Yeah, so there we're talking about when he's got that big strike and you're not on top of that, volleying down. Just let it go.
Yep, let it go through. Now, Borish is going to be looking directly into the sun as a lefty when that lob is coming out of the deuce side from Leprevier.
Oh, great shot there. Lepever thinks it's going off the side wire, but flicks at it at the end there. He knows he was wrong. Good shot there. Well placed.
Yep, see, Cadora just put his sunglasses on.
Yep, and there is definitely sun. You can see it coming in. The wind's kicking up too.
Nice touch on that forehand volley there.
Yeah, you got to absorb that pace today. Great touch on it. And it's a hard day. Like you saw on the point before, Max Lepever hit like a little probing drive. A lot of times in the colder weather, that could get drop shotted. But today, the drop shot's almost useless.
You're pretty much going to put it away, right?
Yeah, I mean, the drop shot is almost useless, and it's so warm out. You really have to have the guy faked out or on his heels for it to be effective at all. Oh, there it is. Great shot.
What hands and a pickup.
Let's see, in the colder day, that would have been a dead winner.
Yeah.
But he still digs it out. That's a great play, though, from Austin Lepever. Seems like Bostrom's put the bullet back in his pocket right now. He's holstered it. And just trying to get into a few points here because he's faulted in at least 50% of them to start. So you know, I think we may see it later on, but right now he's, I think, putting it away.
Well, you don't want your serve to be an adventure, right? You don't want to be giving away points like that.
For sure. Giving away, I mean, I think Bostrom doesn't mind having his serve being an adventure, but not in that way,
right.
Not with the faults. He wants to know it's going in,
yes.
and the adventure being the ball.
They're chasing it.
They're
That's
chasing
right.
it off the screen, right? Not the adventure of it going in.
Exactly.
Right.
All right, Borussia up 3-2 in the first set. We'll get some scores from the other quarterfinal match that's going on the other court.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. We have kind of a view of a little bit of both. That match is much more attack, counter-attack. This is kind of evening it into a slow pace. It's not a grind by any means, but it is measured right now. I think Bostrom came out trying to do more, and now he's down it back. And I think Borussia have kind of been measured throughout. They've been that way through the tournament, and they're here in the quarterfinals, so kudos to them.
Yep, just wide.
She thinks she called it good. All right, and Burris is asking, actually, he wants to know if Lepever thinks it's good. Lepever has the option, and I think he said he thought it was good too. So it's, I believe it's love 15. That's a great cut, but look at that dig. You don't see Erdoya and Burris eager to switch back.
No,
right
I was just gonna say.
Well, maybe that's because of the attack that Bostrom drew into the ad, but he got Erdoya there as well.
See, Lepever is trying to come in and take that ball as a block lob off the deck. They're trying to bait him to hit his forehand off of a slower pace ball. He's trying to change, get it. It's a good move, I think. You know, trying to create a little, take time away, create a different look, and I'm not going to get into this wait, and then overhit.
Right. No, I agree. Lepever is one of the better block lob to blitz players. Lepever and McNerney are two of the best in the game. McNerney's probably the best in the game. Araya's up there too. It's one of his moves he uses all the time. He uses it like it's twofold too, because every now and then you see him coming and you'll hit your overhead harder. He'll just let it go through, and then Bostrom's got a screen drive anyway. So it's a way to create offense and speed for their team.
Yeah, rather than take the risk of hitting not his favorite shot.
Correct. I mean, he can hit the forehand well, and sometimes with Le Pavert, that's sort of like the thing. If his forehand's going well, he can play as good as anyone in the country, but it's not 100%, you know, so he and his volley is almost always 100%. His speed is always right there.
Yeah, so they're testing him, and he's coming up with answers.
Yeah.
And that's really what it's all about, right? It's just making your opponents feel uncomfortable, keeping it away from their strengths, setting up your strengths, exposing the weaknesses, and it's a constant change.
He's going to hit the overhead there. Great shot. Oh, that's a tough overhead there. Nice. Bostrom got a great cut over there. He's going to keep working. Here it comes. Oh, that was tricky because there was still spin on that, I think, from the overhead before. He
and
just
he
hit
went
a roller.
And he went right at his left hip. He
Yep.
had to get out of his own way.
All right, 3-all. I love that. Le Pavert faulted a ton in his first game.
4.
You know, 4 times. Yeah, 4. Who's counting? But 4. All 4 of the points they won, in fact. And so he's just pushing into the box right now, and he's going to serve and stay back. If they give him an easy one, he'll volley it.
That's the way to go.
Smart.
Yep.
I mean, Bostrom, Le Pavert gave away a couple of service games in the beginning. Now they're just down it back and trying to play some percentages.
Yeah, find a way. Just get it in.
There's a nice cut there from Bursch. He let the ball drop. I like it.
See that court positioning of Le Pavert again.
Oh,
Moving in.
Bostrom is just so slippery with his drives, too. That's a
Wow.
great shot. Bursch. Thinking blitz there from Le Pavert. That's just, yeah, like we said, he's one of the cleanest hitters on the tour, and his backhand's actually better than his forehand for Bostrom, but his forehand's really good.
And he got that ball to dip down low and get the low forehand volley, which is, like as we said, is just going to be near impossible to keep in the court with that much speed on it.
Oh, what a shot from Erdoya. And it's just been a litany of service breaks. I mean, I don't think we've had a hold yet, have we, Jerry?
Yeah,
I think we're over.
I think we are. I'm doing a fabulous job with the faults.
Yeah, you got
Keeping
him lined in. That's good. And right now, who's leading?
Le Pavert Bostrom.
Yeah, by a margin, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's been all breaks so far. But in the warm weather, hard to manage that serve. Bostrom tried his bullet. It could be effective. I think he would hold if he could get it in there and put it right in the corner. He missed a spot, faulted a bunch. Now they guys are dialing it back. If they get a lead, we might see it come back again. But
new ball. Eudora's got the sunglasses on.
yeah, I think you need him.
Well, he's looking lefty. He's looking directly into the sun.
And most players right now, nobody's taking even a chance. You know, all the drives that we've seen, or many of them, are off pace. Like, that's not a hit super hard. Off pace drive, the players are bailing before because they know they can get it off the screen, but they don't know if the guy's going to hit it hard or soft. I think they could volley those, but they're afraid of the hard ball, so they're just bailing right away. Another
huge return.
Great return. I don't know why Burge didn't. Instead of trying to half volley that, I would have played that off the screen.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked like he was going to go in then change his mind.
I think he was slow playing it, like going in for that reason, but then he just...
Fraser Morgan are up 2-1 in the first set against Araya Parsons.
Feels like we started at the same time. And we're at 4-3, but, you know.
Wait, we were saying that was a quick pace over there?
I mean, it looked faster to me, but I mean, we're not watching it directly, Jerry. But
We are not. We're totally zoned in on this match. We're dependent on our friends, scorekeepers, to give us the score from the other match.
oh, there, just a couple of loose errors in this game.
Little casual. That's that blitz.
Smart move from Burge. He realized he just pushed it right back at his feet. Soft, though.
Yeah, gave him no pace. I was just going to say, gave him nothing to work with, and they're going to make him have to generate his own play.
There's, you see him taking off as soon as Boston gets ready to hit Lebever, so he's going to look for that as much as he can. Oh. Well, they catch him. When you switch the play and you don't get in position, Jerry, that's like, you know, sort of a paddle 101 thing, right?
You end up making a reaching error.
Yeah. So they switched it from the ad court to the deuce court player.
And didn't shift.
And, well, they just didn't give themselves time because he took it off the deck. You got to hit the right type of overhead when you want to switch the play. Oh, that's just a great roller there. All right, here's a game point. I think it might be our first game point on a service game here for Burge.
Service hold.
Could possibly happen. Oh, wow. Nice dig.
See that ball drop.
That was a great dig from Burge. Switch. Oh. Oh, he's making a move. Look at this. Good job.
Brad, why do you think they switch in the backcourt at this point?
I think they're trying to get that shot there, the high ball to the Ardoria forehand, and they think that's, you know, if Boston's going to attack over there, that's a good weapon for him to try and use. It makes it more difficult. Although Burge has a pretty good backhand, but there's the first hold. 5-3. Yeah, just a couple little loose errors there, and it's been really back and forth measured affair.
And very measured.
And that's just an overhead wide. They're just going to have to clean it up, Boston Lebever.
I'm not sure what happened though. If the call stayed.
Or anything different. I think it's love 15.
And we can hear one Araya.
Yes, that is a frequent occurrence hearing Juan Araya. And yeah, he's screaming.
It was not a call of joy.
No, it was definitely not. Yeah, he's going to drive this right back. Yep, wisely they don't come in.
Lebever doing a wonderful job of holding his ground, expecting that volley. Look how close to the net he is.
That's out. Wow. Just kind of.
Oh. Doris sets his paddle so low, digs those balls out of the screen. His paddle is set before the ball hits the court.
Burge Lefebvre's playing really solid. He's not going for a lot, but he's going to wait for his exact right moment. And he's also looking to set up Erdoya, and that was a good look from Erdoya. Just missed it, but exactly the ball they want, Jerry.
So shoulder high.
Yeah. Lefebvre's doing a great job at the net, holding the net for Bostrom, and then Bostrom will come in afterwards. He's not really serving and volleying at all, which is probably smart in this weather. Oh, looked to me like that was going out, but it stayed in.
It stayed in, and just to give the viewers an idea, it is so warm that Lefebvre and Bostrom stayed where they were and played that ball off the back screen. The ball came that far out.
Yep.
There was no scrambling to go get it.
Great close again from Lefebvre.
He's just so on top of the net with his backhand volley set.
He's a great volleyer. Always has been, very quick. That's just
too good.
Beautiful. That's a replay type ball.
Yeah, we could grab that replay.
Great spin. Now they're going to have to break, but 2 back-to-back holds after 7 straight breaks of serve, and now it's going to be Erdoya serving for the first set.
And the wind's picking up here a little bit, Brad.
And you're saying that because the paper just literally
Smacked
blew
you
right
in the
through
face.
blew right through the booth and hit me. I got a paper cut. Medic. Yeah, but interesting match, you know, so far. It's the players are measuring the heat. Every ball, we haven't seen anybody smash a ball yet.
No.
Other than the bullet serves. Every drive's been sort of 3/4 pace off the screen, and but the players are bailing right away because they're afraid of the other hard hit ball. The only person who's really getting close time after time is Lefebvre as part of the strategy. It's kind of interesting to watch.
Oh, out of the court.
And there's the warm weather thing. I mean, that's the a normal ball that Burrish will play, bouncing a waterfall in there, and he hard to control all the pace.
The crowd are very into this, but Sven Boris was sliding out to get the ball under the banner, and John Lubau sprinted down and threw the ball over.
Always getting the cheers. That was impressive. Still pretty spry. Great volley there. Yeah, it's interesting. So when the players hit a ball out of the court and they have to get it, there's the the Viking banner on the other side, but it's going 3/4 of the way down, so you have to basically limbo your way underneath the door.
It's part of the exercise.
That's good, yeah. I'd have to stretch for about a week, Jerry.
Get that?
That was long.
Too big, yeah.
It's the right shot. Just missed it, 30-15. Or is it 30? No, what is it?
40-15.
40-15. So this is 2
Set
set
point.
points. Yep. Oh, wow.
There we go, 6-4. Interesting first set, Brad.
Very interesting, but we'll talk about that in a second, but take a quick mention of one of our great sponsors, Viking. So Viking, 1 ball to rule them all. 1 ball is consistently chosen for the sport's highest level tournaments, league play, social events, and weekend outings. Viking. For the last 25 years, we've remained the overwhelming choice. Viking, unleash the warrior in you. It's the official ball of the APTA, the official ball of the National Championships and President's Cup, and the official ball of the Grand Prix Series. So, yeah, Jerry, very interesting set. It was measured. I mean, I can't say, like, if I told you, like, did Burrish or Erdoya just beat them with a litany of shots here and there? It was really more just, they did some great waterfalls, but even that last miss, it's hard to see that exact back corner there where he missed it from for us here on our viewing angle, but just been a few loose errors or errors from Bostrom and Lippevere. They started with the attack play and
some
faults. Yeah.
Yeah.
So kudos to Berkshire for just playing solid and giving them less. And, they're basically just going to have to clean up their act, Bostrom and Lippevere. And that's going to be the second set. And I don't think we've seen, like, more than 10 meaningful drives, It's just been more loose errors here or there. So we'll see what happens in the second set. The heat definitely...
Bostrom has left the court. Not sure.
Maybe a quick bathroom break. Not really sure. I mean, maybe slather some sunscreen. He's, fair-haired.
True.
Because we're sitting here in the booth, and I'm going like, whoa.
It's come out of nowhere, like all of a sudden. Well, we'll take this over the previous. We might just explain to the viewers that the weather forecast that we got yesterday was not good for today. It was rain and electrical storm. So they moved the men's round of 16. They added the match last night, which wasn't on the schedule. So this is the first match that we're seeing with the guys today.
Yeah, it's a very interesting thing. We were supposed to have the quarterfinals at 11 o'clock today, but they moved them. And I think all the players were on board with doing it because they'd all rather play another match than in the heavy rain on the next day.
Right.
But, Jerry, this is like the best beach day of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like unbelievable out here. It's a high sun. It's gorgeous. I normally do have sunscreen. I had no idea to bring it.
Yeah.
So sitting here cooking in the booth.
Well, the women played their match this morning especially the first part of the match, in perfect paddle conditions. You would have loved it.
Yeah, it was overcast.
Cloudy and cool. Wasn't flying, and now the sun's out full force. All right, Bostrom's coming back. We'll get an update. I haven't heard the umpire say the score on the other match. Araya Parsons over Fraser Morgan. See if we can get an update on that match score.
Almost. Let's see if we can get an update from Mark Fischel.
Two, 3, first set.
So Fraser Morgan up 3-2. Yes. So over Araya Parsons. They're battling over there. Just finished our first set 6-4 here for Berkshire. Now, if you're Bostrom and Lippevere, did you think it was a strategy? I think to me it was just execution.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't think they have to do anything specifically different. They got to stop them faulting and missing some balls.
Stay with it. The strategy's right.
Yeah, they
just
were fine.
the execution.
Yeah, and Bostrom, and probably the exact same. For Berkshire, they were fine. And there's just a missed error, and it's hard to control in this heat. But good play from Bostrom. He's hitting only spinners now. He's put the bullet, like we said, back in his pocket. He's just going to spin the ball in the box, and there's just out.
That's a tough break. He's going. He's still going for it.
There was the bullet. Oh, and he got out.
Cord long.
In this weather, that's just bad luck. It's just the way it goes. And Burst isn't even trying to drive the return. If they're having enough success back there on their own, just putting the lobs back up and waiting for the right ball to hit.
Put the lob back up and made the switch. Put Eudora in the ad side.
Yeah, he's going to hit that. Nice play from Mexico. So long, Bursch. Catches up the beautiful ball. That's a good move from Lippevere.
Lippevere, that's his favorite.
Yep. Block lob blitz.
Block lob. And a nick.
Great shot. 30 all. For the bullet. I mean, he's got drawn a couple errors this time. He's not spotting it. He's trying to hit it right in the corner. He's getting it about 2 feet to the right, so it's going off the back screen. That's imminently drivable, so he's staying back. But he's still drawn a couple of errors with no faults this game, so they're getting a game point here for their second hold of serve. I don't know why he's playing fire. That you cannot hit the ball high. When the Erdoya's over there in the ad side, Jerry, don't hit the hard roller. You know, just
comes popping
push
up
it to
too
his
high,
backhand
right?
Or go to a different spot with it.
Look at Leprever's standing at net when that bullet's coming at him and just putting his paddle out.
Yep. Ah, look at that. He sees, just hits a slow backhand. Beautifully done.
That's long.
Again, just execution, right? I mean, we've had the let cord drive, another drive missed, and out lob. Now it's game point here for Bershadoya. Bershadoya doing a better job managing the pace, and then when they stick Erdoya in that ad side, yeah, Bosser's got to just be careful, a little extra careful. Oh, it's a good look from Bersh.
Okay, watch Leprever's paddle now if he hits this bullet serve. Nope, went with the spinner.
You know, it's such a strange day, though, because we talk about finding a safe play to play on the court. It's so warm. It's just not easy to find that safe place. Because even if you get the safe place, it's so hard to hit the right pace because you hit it just like we talked about in the beginning, a little hard, and it's flying off the back screen. So it's oh, that's just perfect. That's the ball. If he cuts it and he gets the side screen, perfect. When he cuts it and it gets the back screen first, it explodes off, and they're going to get the Doria rocket ship forehand.
Yep, because it hits that side screen and it just drops.
That was a beautiful shot. All
Nice
right.
touch.
Huge hold, huge hold. They're going to have to battle for every game here, and I like it because they came back. They made it a couple of loose errors that we said they got to clean up, but they fought through it, and he hit a couple of fantastic shots. He's hit a couple of highlight reel overheads.
Yeah, it's so important that first game of the second set. You know, they're in it.
Oh, they're more than in it. I mean, they know that right now it's not like Bershador killed them. They just have to execute, hit the right spots. And Bershador just keep plugging away. It's just a hold to serve for them.
All right, Fraser Morgan are up 4-3 in the first set. And you can see the crowd is really building here, Brad. In this beautiful setting at the Huntington Country Club, they're all looking down on the courts, the way the courts are set is in this valley, so it feels like a little amphitheater. We've got bleachers on both sides.
Oh, wow.
And that is in the parking lot.
And there goes John Luba off to the races. It's kind of like a reminiscent of Kramer being a ball boy in Seinfeld. The ball goes out of the court, he's off to the races, the crowd cheers. Look at that.
He's getting his exercise.
He is, but I think he actually missed the court and threw the ball back there, and he's racing down along the bottom to get it again. So got it there. Well done. He has found his purpose in life. Whoa! That's the first time I've seen him unload on a forehand today. Love seeing that. A little deep for, even though he's super tall, a little deep for that waterfall type overhead.
You just see these flat, slow, straight push overheads. Not giving them anything to work with.
Yeah, this is smart. These are good points. And they're going to have to wait for the right ball. It's going to come off. He's going to hit that.
You see Leprever had come in looking for the down-up overhead.
Yeah, Leprever, at the moment Bostrom gets ready to take a real swing, Leprever is starting forward regardless of the situation. He's looking for the blitz possibility off of Bostrom's drive. Here's the one. He's got to get the side screen. Oh, look at that. It hit the seam and almost went straight.
Jumped straight out.
90 degrees. You don't see that very often, actually. That's pretty cool. Nice. Very smooth back there, knowing his partner's going to help him.
Oh, Lepover read that. Right there.
Just too good, that backhand. Great shot from Erdoya. Oh.
Just wide.
You know, he's a great striker, but he does give you the errors. He will miss, right? And it's 40-30 now for Bursch. It's a couple of big misses here. I'll give you those highlight reel cut finishers and then a few errors here and there. And that's been almost the story of his career in a sense. Like, he's known as one of the best hitters in the game for sure. And if he could clean up the errors, he would simply be one of the best all the time. And he's already one of the best, but challenging for a national championship type best.
Yeah. Got to cut down on the unforced errors.
Correct. Yep, that's it.
There's just, you know, nothing between these players.
Great lob. He's doing a good job with his waterfall and just dumping the ball in there. Get driven as well. Nice.
Pavere stays there.
Great read from Lepover.
He's a brave man.
Yeah, but what he's doing too is he's going to one spot on the court looking for a specific ball. He's not trying to cover everything.
No.
Or reach.
He sets himself. You're spot on, and he just holds his paddle, and if it hits it,
yes,
good.
So
Anything he has to reach for, he's letting it go through.
Yeah, the only danger he's really taking is if they go high and hard and he doesn't anticipate it, he could get hit. But other than that, he's playing it perfectly.
But it is bravery.
Oh, for sure.
You're like,
hey, I'm in the booth. This is brave for me.
That's the play.
Oh, what a great hand. Soft hands there, Bursch.
Yeah. And really, Brad, to be able to keep those volleys in at that pace.
Yeah. Just soften up the hands. You know, the ball hits, every time the ball hits the paddle, there's like a concussion. You just got to learn how to gauge that, grip pressure, other things. Oh, and Erdoya misses that one. Oh, goes for the big serve, another fault. See that very often. 2 forehand misses on a high forehand from Erdoya. As I always say, when you players give you the gift, don't give it right back here. Get the serve in the box now.
Nice. Well, he rolled with that. He kept the ball between him and the net.
That's a slippery little shot. I think that was wide. Nope.
No, line.
Called in. Great. Nice shot there from Bursch. Pinpoint. And it's interesting, Bursch, Erdoya, how many cut or spin overheads have they even tried, Jerry? clearly
I-
not
I-
in their strategy.
No,
right?
no, not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, we can count them on one hand.
There's one, and I think he completely missed his spot. I think he was trying to cut that to the side wire. He hit it into the back. He knew it, so he bails off the net. And now we got a whole bunch of holds.
I was going to say, Leprever will be very happy.
There you go. Serves in the box. One fault, but a hold to serve. Yeah, it's almost it's the same points, structure, everything else.
Yeah.
Just a couple less faults. Clearly a couple less faults from
Fraser Morgan are up 5-3. First set.
from Bostrom and Le Pivert. And Berger Doyer actually, to me, they're playing almost, Jerry, like, go ahead and beat us, guys. You know, beat us with your shots, and then we'll see how far we have to go before we have to do more.
Right.
You know, they're like
They're
just
not
hanging
giving them.
in.
They're not giving them anything to work with.
Right.
Nothing that they can attack. Leprever, looking for his blitz.
Yeah, all these matches, I mean, it's a rare moment, actually, at least on the men's side, where you have all of the seeds in their exact position going in, to the exact play. Like the quarterfinals is 1 through 8 seeds. You usually get an upset somewhere along the lines there. And the exact number of the teams that lost that are in this, round of 16 reprieve at the 9 through 16 seeds. It's down to great stuff.
But that was a move there with Leprever moving in. Adora popped the volley long. It's about, putting, they're having to
Pressure.
find different ways to win points, putting pressure on them.
Oh, good shot. This is where Bostrom's got to be careful. If he hits the cutter to the side screen, great. That one's dangerous. Yeah, just bail, go back.
Shoulder high.
Yeah, easy forehand. I mean, I think Bostrom's astounded he missed that transition ball, but it definitely wasn't the right overhead.
Oh, what again?
And there they go again.
No.
There they go again, bouncing it down to Adoya's forehand, doing so many good things, and then making one bad choice to the biggest weapon on the court. Is the Adoya forehand. Oh, what a spinner there from Bostrom. Oh, so good.
Bounce hit.
So good.
He moved in. Bostrom moved in, took that ball on the rise.
Yeah, he played it perfectly. And Burrish, after the point was over, he was saying he was doing this. He was getting a low high five, which means he wanted to let that ball drop and push it through the court. He knew he took it too high and bounced it too short. So he gave Bostrom that opportunity to hit that great ball. Bostrom drive with the Le Pivert threat of the blitz. Well done from Burrish, just one volley after another.
And just looking to counter it, not looking to do anything more than just get it back straight and deep.
Oh!
Just again, Irdora is looking directly into the sun when that ball's coming off of the screen.
That definitely might have made a difference there. He missed that by a bit. But great move from Le Pivert.
Leprever, I think the feet were off the ground.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, he's got some ups. I can slide a nickel under my feet, but he can jump.
And that is the first set update. Fraser Morgan took the first set 6-3.
Yeah, I think Fraser Morgan are, last year made it to the semifinals here at Nationals. They're a dangerous team when they fire on all cylinders.
Well, I tell you, the difference that I see is the belief.
Yeah.
I see the belief, and I see the Fraser using his athleticism more than his strokes, and creating more offensive opportunities. That's what I saw in that final in Philadelphia.
Yeah, for sure. And he's always had that in his ability. And he's actually gained some confidence in his forehand, too. It used to be guys would just dump to his forehand, slow the thing down to nothing where his athleticism would have to go into his back pocket. Now he's taking forehand strikes, too. And then that gives him the opportunity, because he can stay more offensive more often. And Adam Morgan, you know, he drives the ball terrifically off both sides. He's like a hammer, right? You know, he doesn't hit it off pace, but he just comes after you. I got a little visit here in the booth from all-time great Doug Barrow, former partner of mine.
He taught you everything you know?
Taught me basically everything I know. Yes, we crushed it in the 125s a couple of years ago. They won't let us back. There's the net court doing the damage the other way. Doya, top of the net. Now, things like that are happening. That last lob bounced in, but over the fence. Just so warm out here. You put literally a perfect lob in. You know, you would say a lob 2 inches from the baseline high is great, but in this weather,
trouble.
It's going to bounce over the fence. Got to play to the conditions. Do you feel like Lipiver and Bostrom are sort of slowly making a move here?
Well,
it's not fast.
3-1.
Right, they're making their move. They've cut down on the errors. And now the Doya's strategy, as long as they don't give, the only thing they've done a couple of times as a mistake is giving that Doya high forehand. As long as they don't do that, you know, I think Doya are going to have to maybe adjust their strategy a little bit.
You know, Lipiver take those down-up overheads and really make a move. Oh.
I mean, what a great move. He's right on top of the net. He gets the ball over the net. No threat, just that transition volley to me, Jerry, gets missed more than any other ball. You wouldn't say that was a difficult ball.
No, but he was still moving.
He's still moving, right? It just
Yeah.
gets missed. Everybody thinks it's the easiest shot in the world, but it really is not. Thinking blitz.
Yep, and see he's not going to hit that. He's not. He's just going to dink it low, like you said, move in behind it.
He had an opportunity there, but it was lower than the net. Not an easy one. Great job there from Doya keeping the ball low. Doya was looking for a switch there, but and he
beautiful read, and it is a great drop shot off of the snowboard for a 4-1 lead in the second set.
Perfect, and there was a little miscommunication there from Doya, because I think Bursch said no switch, but Doya was still hanging around in the middle of the court looking to try and get the switch in the ball. Then Bursch hits the drive. Doya's just not ready to go cover his corner. He was thinking he was going to the other side. So cool stuff out here. Interesting turn of events.
Yeah.
You know, the style's about the same, just less errors out of Boston. They're putting the serve in the box. And now, and if they don't give the, not 90%, but a high percentage of the offensive balls have been off the higher Doya forehand. And they keep that to a minimum, and now they're finding ways to not lose points. You know, they're winning points and forcing the other team to win the points.
And I also feel that Lipiver has picked up his offense with his movement and, his presence off of the backcourt.
All right, here we go. I love this. I've had these conversations with Mark Fischel a couple of times, and he's convinced that you need a captain on a team to win a national. He doesn't know that if Bursch or Doya have one necessarily. I'm not convinced you need a captain on the team, but I understand what he means. I like to see them talking there and trying to communicate about what they want to do here, because it was all good for them in the first set, but now they're finding themselves down 4-1.
Yeah, Mark Fischel and I also have this conversation.
Boom. Headshot.
And speaking from my own experience, we were both captains.
Right.
we didn't have one person.
Yeah, you and
making
Sue.
the play. Yeah,
You
we
played.
just, you know, we figured it out together. We had the strategy. We didn't have one person. So I think it's whatever works with the team chemistry and the balance. You don't have to have, but you have to be on the same page as one unit.
Wow. What a pickup there.
That
from-
was a routine pickup. What are you
Yeah,
talking
routine pickup
about?
of this. I think he shouldn't have. I think he should have let it go to the back. But what a shot. Landed right on the line.
Oh, good pressure by Le Prévert. And that's the movement, right? That's the offensive play without hitting the ball off the deck.
Yep, 100%. The volley was missed because of Le Prévert's move, right? The threat of the upward volley getting pummeled down your throat and causes the error. It's a great play. Anytime Bostrom's getting a good hit that he can hit from higher than that down, Le Prévert's on the move, and it's a great combination. Oh, look at all these dinks he's using. He cat and moused him well there, but good job from Erdoya on the open space.
We've seen very few Borscht backhands.
Yeah, almost none. I feel like he's putting it his spot. He's hit a couple, but not that many. And it's got to be a strategy consideration because he would hit a lot more of them by now. I think they're playing it slow. And Bursch, interestingly, I think in this weather, unless you're getting the ball high, he hits a flat backhand. He's got a very good backhand. Wow, look at that. Ha!
Highlight reel.
That was a highlight reel right there. But he hits it flat. So if he's not hitting the ball from high to low, and he hasn't had that many opportunities. But I also think it's part of their strategy.
Oh, that was the play.
Yep, it was a good move. He's made a bunch of them. It's a great shot.
Now we have had a slight temperature drop.
Yeah.
Your jacket's gone back on.
And I don't think actually the amount of balls that either Bursch or Le Prévert have actually returned aggressively, like a return to serve, I don't think we've seen almost any. That was a great shot there and good plan. Wow.
5-1.
Big turnaround from them. They
Le
cut
Prévert.
down on the errors.
Yep. Max Le Prévert serving.
And you can see he's getting more comfortable. Remember the first game of the match when Le Prévert served? He took about 5 to 6 toss and catches, right? And he faulted 4 times. Now he's going up to serve. Bodes really well for them.
Yeah, he got his backcourt play going. And that's given him some confidence.
Great dig there from Bursch. Oh, it's a little extra sauce on that one. And finally gets a volley error out of Le Prévert. Great shot from Bursch.
Nice release there with his wrist accelerated through. But just the change of pace is enough to get an error.
Oh! Now this is an interesting spot. So would you go for your shots here, or would you just play this really long game, try to get one more game back in? You know, because you're down 5-1. There's like, it works both ways. You can go for your shots and sort of like tone it up for the next set, or you can say, let me play some super long points and let them know we're still out
We're
here.
in it.
Yeah, we're, you know, no loss. But it's kind of, I can see either side of it.
And also to get the, you know, sometimes you just need to get the spark back for yourself. What a shot.
That was a great shot.
You just need to get that, your juices going again. So an opportunity to really spike that shot. If he'd made that shot, he would have been high-fiving.
Yeah, for sure. I've had it both ways, where I felt like I have nothing left to lose in the set, and then all of a sudden I start cracking some balls, and I'm feeling great. you know, and even winning a couple of games. And I've had it the other way where I missed 3 or 4 and then it carries over to the next set and I got nothing back from it. So it's kind of a tricky spot. Nice ball there.
Tough to let that go, but Libreville was there.
You know, it was interesting in the match last night, Libreville Bostrom against Assis Koenig and Humphreys. You know, in the first set, it was a very similar type of deal where, you know, Bostrom was missing a lot of balls in the first set. Libreville didn't have quite the feel he had. And they lost that first set 6-1. What a great play.
Yep.
And then they switched sides in the backcourt and they minimized their errors and they went on to win 6-2, 6-2. You know, so similar type thing. You know, when they get their range, Bostrom is truly, like we talked about, national. You know, a national championship winner candidate.
For me on that team, the factor is Libreville. That I've seen. You know, he picked up his offensive play from the backcourt.
Yeah, for sure, the dink and blitz, but a lot of it, too, stems from Bostrom hitting the ball and him going forward. But his blitz is really, really effective.
Yes.
Incredible.
No, if he's not dynamic like that, then there's only so much Bostrom can do.
Yeah. That was wide, yeah.
He's moving back out of the service box. That's a tough angle to make, even though he's tall.
All right, deuce. So that was match set point there. Oh. Takes the sunglasses off, pockets them. Well, sun's behind a cloud now. It really has dropped about 15 degrees, I'd say, Jerry.
Definitely.
15 degrees and the wind picked up.
Definitely. I wasn't kidding. When you put your jacket on, I mean, we're exposed. We're out in a tent, but we could feel the temperature drop. Might see a little bit more offensive spin on the overheads.
That's a good ball there for Burst. Lets it drop. I like it.
And we haven't seen that in a while.
Nope. Libreville forehand. And that's the shot that he can make that ball, but it's the one that kind of comes and goes for him. It's not been how they've gotten back into this match, the huge forehands, right? It's been more the dynamic movement, playing the ball low. And the great volleying. Can't say it was a bad look, though. Maybe, I don't know, he's moving to his left. Great shot there from Erdoya, a little hand slap. Switch. There we go. We haven't seen that in a while.
Oh,
They put it in the back pocket, kind of.
oh,
what
he
a
found his right
spot.
hip.
You don't see that
This
very
is a
often.
break.
All right, 5-2. I like it for them, though. Much better to win that game. Put some pressure back on. Start to feel the win again. And Berkshire have had some amazing comebacks over the years. You know, see them down 5-1, 5-love. They just keep going at it.
You can see they're having a lot to say down there.
Now they got a barbecue going, some burgers, dogs.
Fraser Morgan are up 2-love in the second set over Araya Parsons. They won the first set.
Taking it to them right now. After that, we got more amazing paddle right after this. We got Hughes and Powers, the number 3 seeds, against Rams and Wagner, the 8 seeds. A great matchup there of incredible talent on the court there. Expect that to be extremely lively. And why don't you tell us the other one, Jerry?
And we've got Compton McNerney over Durant Mitchell.
Compton McNerney, Durant Mitchell is another amazing match. And I tell you, Compton McNerney just looked amazing last night. They won 6-0, 6-1 against Kaler and the Fever and the 9 seeds. And they were just dominant.
Yeah, 11-1.
Yeah. And that's a team that, of course, you can beat them, this and that, but you just would never expect level 1.
Right.
Yeah. It's just a heck of a play. They were, as Graham McNerney said after the match, great time for the roller at the body. He said they were yin and yanging just perfectly. They do have a nice combination.
Yes.
McNerney's all about the volley, the block, and the blitz, and controlling it with his lob. And Compton has one of the highest drive rates and just hammers it off both sides. So they have a nice combo there.
And we'll be back tomorrow morning. After that, so we've got 2 more matches. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 with the men's semi-final, followed by the women's final at 11 and the men's final at 1. So, big day of paddle tomorrow. Bostrom wants that one back.
Yeah, he had the spot picked out. He picks his spots about as good as anybody in the country. He slides the ball quickly. He's got easy power. Can hit it harder with spin, can flatten it out. Oh, what a shot. I mean, Urdoya's right there, but it's just so low, so much spin, and he holds it and just sort of flips it to the last second. Great shot from Bostrom. Oh, great shot. He hit the seam, and it came back inward. It's always the toughest thing in the game, that seam. You really don't know where it's going to go.
You don't know where it's going to go. You got to keep your feet moving. And again, he's looking directly into the sun.
I'm not sure why they're not switching again. I felt like it was effective for him in the first set, and even in the beginning of the set.
Missed the backhand long.
And there we go.
6-2.
So you hear Lisa Rudloff, our umpire, split sets, and of course the format here in Nationals is 2 out of 3 sets. You're playing it all out. So we got a full set coming up.
Lisa Rudloff is the director of racket sports here in Huntington. Runs a big program.
All right, so turnaround there, and a good turnaround for Bostrom and Le Pavere. Now, we talked about it before, we didn't think either team had to make any changes. Do you think now Bursch Adoya have to think about making some changes?
I think Bursch Adoya have to remember what they did, making that switch.
Yeah, I think they need to switch back in the backcourt again.
And I think they can have more offense off of their overheads now that the temperature has dropped a little bit.
Yeah, it seems to me, I mean, if we're just playing it out, sort of the way it's been going, that Bostrom and Le Pavere, they weren't being forced into a ton of errors. They were making some errors.
Right.
But they also were, when they had the switch was giving them more forehands for Adoya when they flipped to the other side. And without that, they haven't had a ton of offense, Bursch Adoya.
Right.
And they also just made more errors in that set, too. I think Adoya missed like 4 or 5 of the screen drives that he had before they came off the back. And I wouldn't say they were difficult. In fact, for the most part, they're pretty automatic when he hits them. But great job, and I think you mentioned it, a couple of times on Max Le Pavere's his net play and his movement has made a huge difference.
Yeah, that's what I felt. Momentum-wise, is having Bostrom is going to hit the shots that as you said, he's going to make those big shots, and he's going to give you a few easy ones. But when Le Pavere created offense off of his own plays, not being forced into hitting it off the deck with his forehand, which if he's not feeling it, he's going to make errors.
Right.
He just really ramped up the block lob chip combination and the spike, and he was coming in and putting pressure anytime Bostrom had an ability to drive, and got a couple of
volleying errors.
Yeah, volleying errors because they were looking up. It's just his movement.
Right.
Sometimes he didn't even touch the ball, but his movement alone got them some points. And he cut down on the service errors, obviously.
Oh, yeah. No, we haven't seen him toss a ball and catch it yet. I mean, he leads the entire world in tosses and catches on serves. I'm talking about club players and, not players who are challenging for a national championship. He leads the universe in that. But he hasn't done it since that first game.
That shows a level of maturity to me.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I'm not going to hit it unless I just don't feel comfortable.
I mean, it shows that for sure, but it also shows a lack of confidence and a not so great toss. It shows a little of both, right? But once he gets it down, he doesn't do it anymore. He hasn't done it since.
All right, Martin Bostrom with the bullet and the error.
Well, he gets it in. It's been effective.
The bullet's been going to the do side, and the spin serve goes into the ad side. That's the pattern we've been seeing.
And the angle, right now, Berkshire Doya, they're going to have to clean up their mistakes right now.
You get the feeling they want to hit their way back into this set.
That's the danger of the bullet. This other serve is very consistent. The bullet, not quite as. Yeah, I don't think they should hit their way back into this, but I think they should set up their spot offense and I think they should go back to a few more switches in the backcourt, just pick the right spot. And obviously, that's just a routine error there. They're just going to have to disappear out right now.
It just looked to me at the start of this game that they were trying to hit.
Yeah, I agree. They did. I mean, especially Burris, he took the drive on the return. He's taken only a few today. Nice smooth transition back from all players, and then great cut overhead into the body of Lepever there from Burris.
And if he'd let that ball go into the screen, that ball was going to just drop. He had to take it off the deck, but he needed to be leaning forward more.
I think you made a great point there, Jerry. I actually think he wasn't sure for a second. I think he was thinking he might take it off screen. He was backing up to do it, and then he reached out. It was a great overhead from Burris. Wow. Couple errors there from Burris.
Bostrom holds 1-love, third set, men's quarterfinals, national championships.
That's just watched a big fist pump and scream from Tyler Frazier as Mark Parsons smashed an overhead that went out of the court, went for a hard smash at the body.
I didn't hear what that score is. Did you hear?
Didn't hear it. All right, good look there from Lepever. That's a great forehand. He held it, moved around it, played it down the line. I think it's smart.
Very little room to work with there. I don't know how he got it by him.
I saw the net moving, so I was wondering if he got so close to actually almost even touch it. I mean, the umpire's there to. Now will the umpire make that call?
No, I think
it's still always a player call,
it's
right?
It's on your honor. Yep.
Yep. He's doing a great job with those waterfalls in the corner. Low cut. That's just perfection right there from Burris.
There we go.
I'm going to little round of applause on that one. He set that up beautifully. Waterfall, getting weak lobs. And then he gets him one where they have to, switching. He has to have Lepever play. He cuts it and finishes. Beautifully done.
Slash snowboard.
Yep.
It's a beautiful combination.
know why Lepever didn't get it. I feel like this is big because things have not been going well for Bursch or Doya. They need to get this first game here, get into the set, keep it 1-all here. That huge combination for Bursch, that'll help. Dinkin blitz again. Oh! And it's so soft, but he catches him moving back, and it's just so hard out there.
Yeah, caught him backing up, changed the pace.
It was actually a really smart volley from Lepever because it wasn't that high a ball where he could smack it down, so he just made sure to make it. See what Bursch could come up with. Oh my goodness!
Nice!
Oh, called wide, called wide.
Yep.
All right, just out.
Fraser Morgan 5-love and serving for a spot in tomorrow morning semi-final.
Just like they did last year, made it to the semis. All right, so right now they're taking it to Araya Parsons. She's playing flawless paddle. There's the good one. He can die that one when he cuts it into the side screen. I'm still not sure why they don't throw a switch in here again, Jerry. I think it worked for him in the first set.
Lepever just trying to bait Warsh.
Yeah, the forehand, trying to bait him to hit that forehand. Wow, right at the face. Little matrix move there from Bursch.
That's that bite and drop. What
Bursch
fabulous screenplay.
Not biting. He's going full defense mode. I love it. I think it's really smart. Because how many of these he's just fallen into a rhythm here. And again, the Lepever volley.
Caught the line.
It's a great point, Jerry.
Yeah, it's a fabulous point.
You take any issue with that from Bursch? I think it was good.
No.
Yeah. Play defense there.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's for the right ball.
Yeah, he's not.
Well, he was never presenting any type of attack threat at all.
Right.
He just dialed in. And I don't think that's.
You just have to go into that mindset.
Well, the issue is sometimes if you do that and you allow your opponent to get a rhythm of finding the crease or the nick or something and a spot, but the other issue is you can force an error out of them. They just might miss because you're doing such a good job in the corners.
And it wasn't like it was keep alive.
Right. Yeah, he wasn't just struggling. He was finding a nice rhythm getting them.
Right.
But ultimately, he did get burned with a screen low into the side. Just incredible moves from Lepever, taking those three-quarter screen drives and just blitzing in. He's on top of the net. Araya Parsons, we hear, just got their first game, 5-1 now.
5-1.
Love that little cut overhead that Lepever's doing.
Yeah, he gets down low, bends his knees, takes it as an overhead.
Yeah, he's taking the return to serve, not a high forehand, but an overhead cut. And it's as if he feels more confident. That's another perfect move. Bostrom dipper, Lepever blitz. It's like the paddle one-on-one move for them. They're executing it perfectly.
Little frustration out of Eudora there.
Well, do they need to get closer to the net and volley down?
Again, we saw that Lepever.
Yeah, a little cutter slice overhead thing.
I think we need to grab that shot for the replay.
It's a version of the same one Broderick's been doing for a long time, and I think it's a great shot, and he's hitting it better than he's hitting the high forehand right now, so he hit it.
Exactly. He's creating an offensive shot by squatting.
That's a heck of an overhead from Bursch. Game point here. This is a big game, I think. Want to keep it close.
Block lob.
He's done such a good job with that waterfall. It's a combination he used before. He doesn't get that one long through the court, though, Burish. It'll still work because he gives Bostrom the drive.
And it creates 2 offense opportunities, Mr. White.
He just missed a couple of balls, and I think we have the match.
1-0. So
6-1, 6-3, 6-1.
Creates 2 offensive opportunities. Leprechaun is coming in for the blitz. They hit it hard. He's still staying up there and letting Bostrom get that drive down low at their feet. And then he's looking for that volley up.
So I was saying before, 6-3, 6-1 for Fraser Morgan. Congratulations to them moving into the semifinal. They'll be here playing at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Great move there from Erdoya. Love it from the other side of the court again. I think they're going to need to employ that switch. Wow, what a...
Serve from Leprechaun.
Yeah.
Go on, say it. Go on, finish
I
it.
actually, for a moment, I was like, was it out? Like, I couldn't get it all through. It was a great serve right into the crease. Just not even a chance for a burst there. Oh, just great transition balls everywhere now. Martin Bostrom moving at the net. Little poach there. Love it.
And here's the drill.
Yeah. Oh, great lob there. Run on the line. Perfect. That's a smart play from Erdoya there.
And he got Boris right in the back. Boris turned.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he should be moving off the court and back in.
I moving away.
Versus
and let
moving
it come.
straight back,
Yeah.
and he's backpedaling, so when they go right at him, he's got no ability to move left or right. Oh, that's a great ball. It doesn't quite get the crease, but well, good effort. Here comes, there he goes again.
Oh.
And that just forces the air again. I mean, that time he made a great volley. I think Burris did a nice touch volley away from him, but great hold. 2-1 for Leprechaun and Bostrom.
Leprechaun's foot speed is on full display here.
Absolutely, and it's the combination. He has such trust in Bostrom's drive, and he goes, puts the pressure on him. I think actually Burris made a pretty good shot.
Yeah.
I think he's either got to get, though, I think Burris or Doya have to stop volleying from off the net, even a little bit. They have to get on top and volley down.
Yeah.
He's doing such a good job of putting that pressure on at the moment, and Bostrom is dipping the ball right over the net. You know, the moment they have to volley up.
Oh, it's the double play that I like. It's Leprechaun looking for the blitz. If it doesn't come through, they're trying to get it by him. He lets it go. He stays there. He lets Bostrom drive it down low, and
Yeah, no,
right on his
I
paddle.
agree with you 100%, Jerry. I'm saying how are Burris and Adoria going to defend that?
Yeah.
You know, defend against it. The only way I can see them doing it is getting on top of it and volleying down.
not let that play
You know,
get
'cause
started.
once the play's happening, they're losing a reasonable percentage. You know, they're losing more than they're winning. Let's just at least see, and it's affecting them in a negative way. So they either have to defend it by leaving the net some or getting right on top and volleying down.
Another spike attack by Leprechaun off of the down-up overhead.
Yeah, he's so good at that. Ooh, that's a good leave there, I think, from Erdoya. And we haven't seen, like, since that first set, we've really seen, I mean, we probably saw 5 to 6 missed overheads from Bostrom before, right? Just missed overheads. We've We have not seen him. There's the move again.
Oh!
No, called out, and confirmed by the umpire.
It was out, yeah. Yeah, no.
Nope, you can see Lisa Rudloff
Yeah, Lisa
confirming with finger up. Yep. Now, Bostrom made a feint, like he thought it was out, and then he made a feint, and Max Lebever called it out, confirmed by the umpire. Yeah. Yeah, he did. I mean, they're saying he called it in, but nobody called it in. Lebever called it out. And the honest truth is you don't have to call it in. It did look for a second there, Jerry, though, like Bostrom thought it was going out and then kind of made a feint like he thought it was in. But Lebever called it out.
Yep.
Confirmed by the umpire. Should be end of story.
Yep.
Ooh! That time he thought he was hitting it, Bostrom. The play doesn't work that time. I think maybe all that confusion on the point before. So 15 all. It's a great match, Jerry.
It's really turned in.
And there we go, an
Sam.
offensive volley from Burish, not a volley up. That's going to be the difference. They're not going to be able to deal with it unless they can do that.
Good call, Brad. Let cord.
That's big. That was a little burst of energy after that mini little controversy there over the call. 40-15, great shot there from Erdoya. I like it. Both teams highly energized, pumped up here. This I like. I like this switch. This is great. Yeah.
Oh.
Well played there from Burish. Reads that spin perfectly. Wow.
Just long.
Just long.
Little off-speed drive by Bostrom.
Yeah.
Dipping right when it gets close to the baseline.
Yeah, I think what these players do so well, we've seen a lot of those today, is he can hit it hard at any moment. And you're actually afraid of that. So you're getting ready to bail before he even hits it, and then he just rolls it at you, and you're already gone. You know, you easily could have volleyed it, but it's the threat of the other. As we mentioned, following this, we will right into the other men's quarterfinals. You can see Johan Durant coming out to the court there, where Frazier and Morgan just dominated 6-3, 6-1. A great match against Araya Parsons. Wow, he just dialed in Bostrom. He hasn't missed a return in a while. Heavy sun when you hit it to that deuce corner from the side that Lebever and Bostrom are on. Makes it hard to attack that corner, even if you want to.
Yeah, they're looking directly into it.
It's going to get hit, but out.
And it's long.
Slap shot, great positioning from Lebever and Bostrom. He had a good high look, but you know they were right on top of the net, and he was a little on his heels. Great stuff here, Jerry.
Yeah, there's not much in it right now.
Got a start in from Blake Anderson, who comedically says Martin Bostrom is 0-3 in his last 3 quarterfinal third sets. And he says, all thanks to him, all thanks to Blake Anderson. But let's see if he can go 1-4, you know, and get his first victory here.
And Blake Anderson
third set.
Was Martin Bostrom's partner.
A couple years there.
Been out injured.
Yeah. He played which is great to see him back out here, but still not 100%. Got real issues with, I believe it's the elbow, and it's a shame. And I think he's had 74 kids. And
No. Slight
no,
exaggeration.
Maybe. But that's funny. 0-3, all due to him. And he's looking for his first victory anyway. Great spot. We're going to see if they,
They have nullified Le Prévert.
well, that's what I think is important here. I think they got to actually make Le Prévert. But how have they done it? How do you think they did it?
There's not as many down-up overheads.
Right, they're
so
just going soft to
yeah.
him. Don't let him create with your speed. Make him have to do it himself. I think that is a crucial way they have to think about going forward on this thing, because when Bostrom's hitting, he's going.
Yeah.
Don't let Bostrom hit. See, there you go. I mean, it's just a great ball.
Well, but cover that. They got to cover that.
Yeah, but they got to make Le Prévert beat them, with his ground strokes.
Yeah.
And not his volley, not his blitz, with his ground strokes.
So they have to let the ball drop lower, as Boris showed us. Let that ball drop lower so you can push the ball back deep. And, even bait him. Make it 3 feet from the baseline.
Sure. It's a heck of a turnaround drive there from Redoya. Thumped it. Le Prévert in perfect position, but I think it caught the top of the net.
Yeah.
Could not
It
handle
did.
that volley at all. Just another crushing return. Goes right at Burish there, who's got great hands, but just
Back to deuce.
good. Oh! I love the energy from Burish Redoya with a fist pump. He hit a tough low volley at Bostrom's feet. Why Bostrom was coming in, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
He should let
Le Prévert
do all the blitzing,
Yes.
and Bostrom just stay back. He moved forward towards the service line. He got caught.
That was a huge hold.
Massive hold there, Jerry.
2-2.
Massive hold.
Third set.
Goes Bullet. Stay back, and he misses that one. Great pace change there from Redoya.
Le Prévert cannot see the ball coming out of the deuce side.
Yeah, he's gonna let that one.
They got to keep it into the ad side. Can't see it at all.
Oh.
Yeah.
See,
Right.
that's what they want, though. They want him to beat him with the ground strokes.
Yeah, but when they're at net, they've got to keep that ball going into the ad side because he can't see. As soon as the ball comes out to the deuce, he's lost it in the sun.
Yeah, it was bad before, but the sun's getting lower now, and it's getting worse and worse. And we had that moment where it did go behind some sort of cloud, and the temp dropped, actually. We're right back up to where we were in the start of this match. I still like it when Burish Redoya switch back there, because if they're going to attack that corner, put the Redoya forehand
There we go. They heard you.
That's it.
And they really have to.
Yeah, like you're saying.
They have no choice now. Bostrom thinks he can handle the sun a little bit better.
Oh, this is what they
Oh,
want.
Le Prévert just closed the net.
Oh, great hands. No!
Oh!
He goes at him with a hard one. I don't think it was a bad time for it, because he's surprised that he did not execute, though. Huge. Great digging, great plan from Burish Redoya.
Eudora showing some fleet of foot.
Yeah, jumping out of the way there. Oh, no! I don't know if he was going for a perfect lob there, or he just pushed it wide. Oh, the Lepever volleying just so good up there. And honestly, in the last couple of years, I mean, he's always been a great volleyer, but you know, the last couple of years he's played with Anton Protsenko, and Protsenko would just push the ball in the box, and Lepever would do exactly that, just poach, cut it off, and that's how they would take the net, or they would just stay back. So this is something that is completely in Lepever's wheelhouse, and he has tons of practice at it.
Well, he looks very comfortable, and he's picking the right times too to close. All right.
That was huge. A break of serve on a loose forehand there. So 3-2.
3-2. Gotta love the battle, Brad.
Oh, this is amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. And then we've seen it go back and forth. And there, a couple of crucial shots on that crucial hold before when they were down 2-1 from Bedoya. They're getting back to a little bit of the switching here and there. Just an error here or there back from Bostrom and Lepever. And it's just that little tiny difference. It's the tiniest of differences.
That's all it is.
And Bedoya have been sort of, you know, even throughout. Not riding any waves. You know, not that Bostrom and Lepever have. They've sort of all battled in there, but nice, even temperament all the way through this thing, whether they're making their shots or missing them.
Schwenbusch serving.
3-2 in the third. I'm going to have to assume Blake Anderson's rooting for his old partner. Or does he want him to just be 0 forever and it not be only his fault that he's lost third sets?
Doesn't want to
Right.
doesn't want to be a part of the streak. Love 15.
Oh, great shot
Huge
there.
return. Love 30.
I mean, we're up here in the booth, and I just sat down. We've been standing up for a little bit, and that sun is a laser beam now, low, right in your face. It's not even really coming from the left. It's almost straight on. So, but
yeah, changes the tactics, right?
Yeah.
You may not want to hit to the ad side, but you have to because you go to the do side, you can't see it, and then there's the break right back.
Great break. Now,
Quick.
that one that Bursch is doing, when he stays back, he is getting caught flat-footed with the ball right back. I think he needs to move to the side quickly or something like that. When he's bailing out for the court, he's getting caught. He's been caught a couple of times in the match. I don't want to think about how he stays back on that one. Wow, right on the line. See, there's a point. There's a point where when that ball's high in the air and bouncing back there, both Bursch and Bedoya stayed back. And Bostrom has no idea. I would like for Lepever, I think teams in general should be, Lepever should be like, they're back. You know, and he could just push a forehand and instead of running in.
So 3-3 in the third set.
And on the other YouTube channel coming, you know, momentarily, there is going to be the number 6 seeds, McNerney and Compton, against the number 1 seeds of Durant and Mitchell. So that'll, and then following on this court, Hughes Powers, the 3 seed against Renz and Wagner, the 8 seed. So strap in, order some food. Great stuff going on. That's long. He's hit so many good balls. More damage has been done with the off-pace roller, though, than that big hard one. He goes for the hard one there. He flies it a little long. Uh-oh. There's the toss and catch. know, it's interesting. We've seen mostly holds in this set, but the breaks we have seen have come when the serving team is looking up into the sun. Got to be a correlation there,
Yeah.
Jerry.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's blinding.
Yeah. And right now, Lipiver and Bostrom and Lipiver serving with the sun in his back, so you got to figure it's almost a more crucial hold, I would think. Oh, bad luck. Great try.
And here they can, when they're playing the backcourt, Eudora is looking straight into the sun off of the deck.
Yeah, it can't be easy.
Right into his forehand, no.
Yeah, can't be easy.
He's not getting a chance to really take some swings at it.
The screen drive is a little easier to deal with because you get to look back first. So that is useful when they hit the hard serve. But if he has to take it off the deck, that's where it's going to be tricky.
He's trying to find it.
Oh, good soft forehand and one of the few volley errors from Lipiver. Big, big shot.
And one of the few times Lipiver's off the net.
Oh, another ace from Lipiver. Is that a bullet?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a bullet, but it's like a baguette maybe. You know, it's like it's so funny. Like that ball on a certain day, I feel like that's a cut drop shot attempt and
Oh,
winner.
he caught the nick. Yeah.
Big shot there.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2022 Men's National Championship quarterfinal match. To my right,
Break point opportunity here.
Oh, and they get it, but just again a couple errors. They have the missed volley on a nice little push forehand from Udoya, but you know, and a cut miss there. So just a ball here, ball there. We got another break of serve. 4-3 now for Boris Udoya.
And I totally agree with you. Boris and Adora have just stayed there. We haven't seen any like real dips.
Yeah.
There's just been a consistent, stable presence. And the thing that the up and down, the spark from Lipiver and Bostrom has been the difference for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and we also, you know, when they rode that through that second set, really dominated that second set, and the start of this set, we had a lot of the blitzing moves from Lipiver. They've sort of dipped off a little bit here.
Yep, we haven't seen a
And we
lot.
saw a couple of offensive volleys early in this set, so they take a little pieces away, add an error here, and it's clearly going to be advantage Udoya. This thing is just a little bit of an execution match at this point. You know, you can make it all happen. Now you got the sun right in the face, and you can hear the wind howling. I don't know if they're getting that at home, but
Yeah, it's blustery. It's blustery right now.
right through our mics, we're hearing a heavy, heavy wind. I'm going to put my jacket back on here.
That's the exercise part of the commentating for you, Brad.
Putting on a jacket.
Yeah,
It's
on and off. It's been like 4 times.
The honest truth is, Jerry, this is my exercise for the week. That was a on and off 3-4 times. I'm gonna put that on my steps. No
That's
steps, but something
It counts.
counts. See, James just came in here, one of our great producers, with a giant burger, lettuce, pickles, onions. He did it. He did it all right. Great barbecue up there on the deck. Terrific job. That served long.
Big crowd up here. Enjoying the action.
And how was the Hall of Fame induction yesterday, Jerry? You had a
Oh.
great speech. It
was
terrific.
really, really fun to have Vicky Stoklossifer and Anna Brazova inducted into the Hall of Fame. They dominated the women's tour from 2012 to 2015.
Yeah, sure did. Bursch is not biting. He's not going to take it. Oh,
Aw.
my goodness.
Yeah.
This is where it comes down to. Right now in these crucial moments, can't afford these loose errors. It's going to be the difference. He wasn't really trying to do anything special there. He's just pushing it, doing what he wanted to. Just
Yep. No, that's
missed it.
not going for anything big. Beat them off the deck.
Surprised not to see the Lepever blitzing there. It's sort of disappeared.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the sun. I don't know. I mean, did he forget?
No, I just feel like it's the spark. It might be the sun on this side because he can't find the ball. You can see he's searching for the ball. And just a little inside story: he did have sunglasses until
Yes.
Martin Bostrom was practicing his bullet serve and smacked Lepever in the face and broke the sunglasses. That was yesterday.
That was insane. I actually saw that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I was in the other booth actually calling it while they were practicing up there.
I just heard about it.
There he goes, but nice volley there that time from Burge, volleying downward. It's going to make all the difference. Oh, that's out. Uh-oh.
No, they're on their heels now.
Yeah, they're getting off the rails a little bit.
Yep.
Off the rails.
I think it's part sun, definitely sun on this end, and part lack of spark went down the other end.
Maybe.
But Boris and Dora are really keeping it together.
Yeah. It's really it.
It's a solid performance.
You know, when it's been like on balance and, you know, more of the damage I feel like has been done from, you know, Bostrom and Lepever, but they've been riding more waves and more of the errors have certainly come from them, you know, so that's it. And they're just riding the wave, whereas Rishadoy just staying the course, playing it right. I love this switch in the backcourt here. It's been very useful for him. Bursch hasn't taken really a cut at a forehand, but he's hitting that little push one low to keep him honest, giving him a chance to miss it, and they did in the last game. It was huge, huge for him. But we feel a little bit, to me, like there's been an energy drop.
Yeah.
Like a balloon came out when they were up 2-1, about to go up 3-1, Bostrom and Lepever, and there was a great hold there from Berger-Doya. It's almost like they stole the energy out of Bostrom and Lepever.
Yep. We haven't seen that spark. We haven't seen the fleet of foot. Oh, so smooth.
That's a pretty shot. Look at that great read there from Bursch, who sees him move over, and then he pushes it down the middle, holds it so well. And again, that forehand, he's faded away.
Falling away.
He's not over the top of it. He's, you know, it's just they gotta start executing. But great job, make him beat it with that shot. That's the one you want him to beat you with. That's out.
That's
Above
long.
30. Wow, they're really hitting a bad patch here. Not a particularly good time, Jerry. Above 32 points for the match for Berger-Doya. Love
just
40.
Just rushing.
I mean, tough. And there it goes, and strange fashion, Jerry, from 2-1 up, and almost looked like they had all the energy in the world, and they were about to dominate this third set to complete the wheels, the rail, just go off the rails.
Yep, and I think but function of not attacking those down-up overheads and then not being able to see them took that offensive play away, which generated the spark. And we'll have Borish Adora through to the semifinals, and they will face Morgan and Fraser tomorrow at 9 a.m. in the semifinal. Stay tuned. We're going to take a quick break, Brad, and we'll be back with the second round of the quarterfinals between Hughes Powers, Rams Wagner. Are you doing that match?
I am doing that match.
All right. Well, stay tuned. Thanks. Fun doing the match with you, Brad.
It was a pleasure with you, and special surprise in our next match. Hall of Famer Steve Baird's joining me on the mic, so look forward to his insights as well.
Yeah, some color. All right, and that is a wrap.